What's up, Get Fit fam? We're back. This is another episode of Mexicana Mondays. I got three lovely Mexican ladies here. One of them already debating me, so this should be interesting.
Should be, would be.
Yeah, well, we love to hear from Mexican women, right? Mexico is one of my favorites, so we give it an entire day of the week. Let's see how long that lasts, right? All right, let's start from here. Give me your name, your age, and your dating status.
Okay, I'm Sophie. Mm-hmm. I am 31, and I am married.
Oh wow. Okay. I didn't do the research, but go ahead. Same question. Name, age, relationship status.
This is Brenda. I'm 35, and I'm in a relationship living with someone.
Okay, so domestic partners cohabitating. How long have you been in this relationship? 4 years. And how long before you moved in together?
Before, or how long have I been living?
No, how long were you together before you decided to move in together?
3 years.
Oh, wow. So you were together longer than you've lived together.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. We'll see how much longer that one lasts. Okay, what else was I going to ask you? All right, we'll go here. Can you translate that for me?
Tu nombre, tu edad y tu estatus en una relación. Soltera, casada, divorciada.
Taken. Me llamo Pinky, tengo 21 años y estoy soltera.
Single.
Mm-hmm.
20?
21.
21,
Mm-hmm.
Pinky.
Okay, so back to you. So I guess the first question is, why aren't you married yet if you've been together for 4 years? And did you move into your place, his place, or you together got a new place? So
his place, we haven't married because he's getting his divorce, but not like the legal divorce, like the religious divorce. So that's what we're waiting for.
I can 100% relate. I was married for 3 years. It's actually the opposite of you. Together for a year, married for
3 years.
Well, no, sorry. Together 3 years in total, but
Married for 4 years?
No, sorry. Together 3 years in total. Married 2 of the 3 years, but I had to wait to marry her because she had to dissolve the.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All that religious stuff and
similar. Okay, so we'll start with the conclusion in the beginning. Do you think that Mexican women make better wives than Western women?
Que sí creemos que las mexicanas somos mejores esposas que las de Estados Unidos.
Should we answer like who goes
She
first?
can answer first since you're.
¿Qué puede decir primero? No, creo que es igual.
She thinks that we are the same, like we think the same. I think so.
¿Que piensas que somos iguales?
Yes, she thinks that.
Well, she's 22, and not engaged, not married, and not living together.
Well, that's
so no offense,
that's
but least experience. but tell her that.
Que dice que es que tú tienes menos experiencia que nosotros porque no estás casada, estás soltera.
Sí, obviously, she thinks that.
But it's definitely different. My wife is from a different country. Trust me, it's different than. I've lived with American women and I've lived with non-American. It's different.
Can I ask where is she from?
My ex-wife is Italian, but she's from Canada. She's Canadian, but she's Italian, but raised in Canada. But she's very.
She was raised by.
Very Italian.
That's what I.
Yeah, very Italian. And trust me,
Very.
the mother-in-law was Italian enough. All right. So yes, but so do you think that? Well, do you think that Mexican women make better girlfriends and wives than Western women? From what you understand of Western women.
I think that we made better somehow. Like, meaning, in our culture, if I'm getting married with a Mexican boy, that will be easier for me to be a better Mexican wife than if he's marrying someone else from, a foreign. I have like this experience that my uncles and aunts have married many people from many places, and they have been divorced because they are looking for people or for women that, I don't want to say like this Mexican style, that we are more like cozy, that we pamper and all those kind of things. And foreign, they are not used to do that. And they're very familiar. Yes, exactly. Different traditions. So I think that's like that gap that still try to fill in.
It's not getting fulfilled.
Exactly. It's not getting fulfilled.
I'm going to comment on that in a minute. I just want to get what do you think?
I wouldn't say better. It's just a cultural thing.
Good, because this is why I was going to separate you.
Like,
so it's okay. Okay, good.
I wouldn't say better, and I will ask them, what do they think about our marriages or our relationships? No, them, not the guy or the woman.
You're saying it's the men that determine if Mexican are better wives and girlfriends.
No. Like I would ask another culture to the same, like, what do you think about your culture? Are they better wives than us? Like, it's just, probably if you ask them, they will say they are better couple.
Okay, well, I'll put it to you like this.
It's just easier to get married with someone is your culture.
It depends on the culture. So in your culture, maybe it's easier to marry someone within the same culture, which would support the
your
idea
ideals.
that Mexican women make better wives, because obviously you're saying that it would be easier with the values that you have.
Because you have like a context and you're raised by a Mexican woman.
So for the record, there are cultures that are struggling to marry, and those are Western cultures. So by
European.
definition of what you said, these cultures are not getting along with their own. Okay?
That's interesting.
If the marriage rate is dropping and the divorce rate is increasing, they are struggling to get and stay married. And they're within the same culture. Yet these men are leaving. Yet these men are leaving and getting married. So they're obviously having a better time with other cultures. Now, I personally don't have any dog in the fight. I don't have any skin in the game. I've been traveling my whole life, so I've never looked at it as I'm American, therefore I marry American woman. My first girlfriend was from another country, so I never looked at it as leaving something for something else. I myself am technically a foreigner. Technically.
Like if you are able or you're willing to reach the goal.
Maybe for the women, but I think the guys, it's really simple. This is what I want. Where can I get it? I think it's that simple for guys. This is what I want. Where can I get it? And now the option of elsewhere is becoming more popular. I think a lot of guys didn't even consider, hey, I could just like leave the country. I think before guys were thinking, if I marry a foreign woman, it's because she came to America, as opposed to you can go there and get one. No, because what happens when they come to America, they get corrupted. And that's always been the case, but the process is expedited now because of social media and the internet. And I'm serious. In the 80s and 90s, if a woman came from another country, she was going to get Americanized. It just took a lot longer. Now they're halfway Americanized before they even get there because they have Facebook, Instagram, Tinder, and so on and so forth. So they're already in the process of being Americanized. How Americanized are you?
Exactly.
She's on to something. And I will add to that with what you were saying earlier about the expectation of a Mexican husband or a Mexican wife. Yes, that expectation is there, but why? It's there because it's reinforced. Reinforced by who? The previous generation. So that right there is what makes Mexican women better girlfriends and wives. And again, this is not my opinion. I'm not trying to create or support any type of narrative. I'm just stating a fact of why it plays out that way. Is because the mothers, the fathers, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the grandaunts, the granduncles, the aunts, the uncles, they all kind of reinforce this expectation with both the men and the women for how they should be treating their partner. So the mother has an expectation for how her daughter is supposed to behave as a wife. We don't have that in the West. We don't have that in Western countries where your mother-in-law is going to be like, hey, why hasn't your husband eaten? Or why does the house look like this? Why are you raising your voice at him? So the parents keep the women in check is what I'm saying.
Obviamente que se quejan de que cómo crean a sus hijos y de que cómo son las culturas diferentes. Por ejemplo, aquí nosotras normalmente es como que los tíos, los abuelos, todos como que hacen un, ¿cómo se dice? Reinforcement.
Sí, como que es algo que motivan. O sea, a tu mamá sí le importa cómo eres tú como esposa.
Y te van cuestionando como, ¿por qué
sí,
tu esposo no ha comido?
Y trátalo bien. Ajá, o sea, y...
Sí, estoy de acuerdo con eso.
It works both ways. Right? So a lot of the things you see that both genders are doing in the Western countries that is undesirable are all things that are kept in check by the individual's family. So, for example, oh, he's a deadbeat dad. Whoa. If you're coming from a culture where that's shamed and not accepted, your own family would be checking you. Why are you not spending time with your kids? Why are you not buying this? Why are you not buying that? Why isn't the mother of your children have money for these things? His own family would be on top of him about that. So it wouldn't be her complaining and having these grievances. It would be his own mother ashamed at him or complaining to him that you're not taking care of your responsibilities as a father.
I have a point over there. We work with families. We are used to manage different like mini cultures inside the homes.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying like, so how Americanized we are.
Exactly.
Because nowadays we can see that there are families that they're looking for being like this family, like very open, like doesn't matter. They can go there, we can go there, we can go. But at the same time, they are asking you to be or to have these values or this education that they were used to be raised.
It shouldn't be personal. So that's the thing, guys. When you're looking for a woman and how she treats you, as funny as this sounds, how she treats you should not be a personal thing. It shouldn't be like, oh, she does all these things because it's me. No, she should do those things because of the nature of your relationship. If that's her boyfriend, this is the way he should be treated unconditionally. And if he's not doing his end, it's not she stops doing these things, it's that she just leaves. Right? Mm-hmm. So, for example, what I try to tell women is, you don't decide whether or not you respect your man. You decide who's your man. Once you decide this is my man, you need to adhere to all of these things unconditionally.
What about the boundaries that you should set?
What I'm saying is if he loses your respect, he shouldn't be your man anymore. It shouldn't be, I'm going to continue to be in this relationship, but I'm not going to have sex with him. I'm not going to respect him. I'm not going to cook for him. I'm not going to, whoa. If that's the case,
so go out.
Subtract yourself from the situation.
Yeah.
Same with a man. If you're not going to protect her, you're not going to provide for her, you're not going to lead her, then why is she your woman? Because these are all the things. Okay, that's like me saying, yo, this is my car, but I don't like how my car is behaving, so I'm not going to put gas in it. I'm not going to change the oil. I'm not going to pay the insurance. It doesn't work that way. Whatever car is your car, you're responsible for all of these things based on the nature of the situation, which is that's your car, it's in your name, it's your responsibility. So the way that you behave as a boyfriend or husband should not be a personal thing. It shouldn't be, I behave this way because of who she is. It should be, this is a representation of who I am, right? So any quality that I have in a relationship, I didn't decide that. This is something my grandfathers, my uncles decided, and they'd get on my ass if they saw me, you see what I'm saying, not acting accordingly. It had nothing to do with the female, with the particular female. That was irrelevant. The question was, yo, is that your girlfriend? Yeah. Why does her car look like that? What are you talking about? Her car's filthy. That just became my responsibility now because that's my girlfriend. Oh, shit. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So that's why I would agree that, yes, some foreign women do make better girlfriends than Western women. It's not me trying to talk badly about Western women or talk highly about foreign women. I'm not idolizing foreign women. I'm just simply saying culturally, certain things are enforced. And because they're enforced, you will get a better deal. That's all I'm saying. You'll get a better deal because she already comes that way. It's not so much what you got to do to get her to behave that way. She already is. Right. So like, for example, my ex-wife, I never had to tell her to clean anything. It was the opposite. If I wash my own plate, it's an argument. It's an argument. If I'm washing the dishes, it's a problem. Because she looks at that as, hey, that's mine. Don't touch that. But I feel the same way. She can't carry groceries. She can't open her own doors. Because it's insulting to me that you're carrying your own groceries. That makes me look horrible. Look, the neighbors can see me letting you carry groceries. Meanwhile, in America, the neighbors are looking at it the opposite. Your husband is such a gentleman. He never lets you carry groceries. Even when you're arguing, he doesn't let you carry the groceries. That shouldn't be better treatment, good treatment. That should be standard. Right? Standard treatment. I wouldn't let my mom carry groceries. Do you see what I'm saying? So anyhow, that's why I would agree, yeah, maybe Mexicans make better wives. But, so you're married to a Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And that's a priority or just to happen that way?
Happen that way.
Okay, and the boyfriend is obviously Mexican, and the ex-boyfriend is?
¿Tu ex de dónde es? ¿Es mexicano?
¿Mi exnovio? ¿Tenías exnovio?
Ah, sí, mexicano.
Yes, Mexican.
Mexicano.
Ask her if she's ever dated a non...
Que si has salido con alguien que no sea mexicano.
Ah, sí, también.
Yes, also.
From where?
¿De dónde?
Canadá.
Canadian.
Oh, shit. He spoke Spanish, though, obviously.
She said handsome.
He spoke Spanish, no?
¿Él hablaba español?
No.
No.
What?
That was a problem.
White boy?
¿Y cómo se comunicaban?
White boy?
Con Google.
Entendía un poco lo que decía
He used to understand what
y ocupaba
she
mucho el
said.
traductor.
En translating.
He was white or?
¿Era blanco?
Yes.
Sí.
Interesting.
Como asiático.
Ah, like Asian.
Asian.
Asiatic? No, Canada has. That's why I asked, because Canada is very diverse, just like America.
Que es muy diverso, que en Canadá hay mucha diversidad de cultura.
sí.
It's also possible he spoke Spanish. And you have you ever dated a non-Mexican?
Define dating.
Well, yeah, that's you know what? You make some good points. Because women say dating often, and they didn't date the dude. They just went on dates. Not the same thing.
I wouldn't say that I date someone. I like dating for me, like for a period of time, like
Well, no,
a long
dating is
period of
commitment,
time.
but-
Exactly,
Go
commitment.
ahead.
But no, I have date.
Got
dinners.
it. So,
I went to a date. That's
Well, that will be
from what country? What country was he from?
from Americans, from Turkey.
Wait, I'm confused. Oh, different guys. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay. So, you would say, how would you gauge them? Are they more interesting, less interesting, more desirable, less desirable than Mexican guys?
Desirable somehow because like they're foreign, they speak another language, they were teaching you something else, you were learning things. That was the thing that was desirable for me,
different.
that they were different, exactly. But
Yeah,
like
but
desirable,
long-term qualities-
like for a long-term relationship wouldn't be something for me. I knew it from the beginning.
No, I got it. Because I'm always trying to be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to show just this part or just that part. I tried to give the whole picture. So I've been coming to Mexico since 2017. And that's what I've gotten from most women. Is that, yeah, the foreign guys are usually interesting because they're different. But what happens as time goes on, they don't have the reciprocity. They don't have the,
Compromise?
like the, I don't know
No,
how to
like
explain
this
it.
thing that makes you bond
Polite.
or
Like Mexican women already have an expectation of how relationships run. And a lot of times the foreign guys can't run the long distance, I should say. They can win the sprint. You guys can win the fucking sprint in Mexico, but you
That's
won't,
it.
Yeah, you won't
That's
win the
it.
long distance. The Mexican guy will end up they end up taking the woman back. So yeah. So anyhow, just pointing that out because that's I think is unique to Mexico. It's pretty unique.
I am feeling very special.
What, that your guys
Being
can actually
Mexican.
Just
that-
being
that
Mexican.
that Mexican guys can actually have retention. They can retain their women.
Not just being like a better wife material,
okay,
but like
all right,
unique.
hold on. So I'll give you an example.
I don't want to leave.
I'll give you an example. I'll just throw another country out there, right? Another popular foreign guys go there type of deal. Philippines.
Okay.
If a Filipina starts dating foreign guys, she's not going back to Filipino guys. Wow. And it's actually reversed. She views the foreign guys as the better long-term option. So that's what I'm saying. The cultures are different in how they treat foreign men.
you're talking about Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines.
I mean, just by the issue that they live in Philippines, just think about like something political. They need to go out from Philippines. They don't have like a very good country. No, I have met many people that live from Ukraine, from
Yeah,
all
but
those.
they're not leaving. They're not necessarily leaving. The Filipinos that leave are the ones that like get education. They get their skill set up so that they can go work somewhere else. They're not necessarily using marriage as a way to get out. But I understand what you're saying. They're more so getting the guys to stay. You see what I'm saying? They're like getting the foreign guy to marry them and stay there in the Philippines or have a child with them so that at least he's sending money monthly. That's more the game over
That
there.
was sound that I'm defending in my country, but the same thing happens here in Mexico. I mean, we are not the best country. We know that for sure.
I don't see it as much over here, not at all. I do not see women being interested in having foreign babies so that they can get a monthly pay. I don't see that here. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I haven't seen
But
it.
actually, I mean, we're like this kind of material of women that get married and they commit to that marriage. So
Right.
that's the point that men look for that. So they come and live here. Like just look San Miguel Allende, Oaxaca, Chiapas. They're like many foreigners that live here and they're married with Mexican
Right, but
girls.
see, okay, here's the thing. This is important, guys. if you want to come to Mexico and you want to date Mexican women, okay, fine. The country,
We're gonna be intense.
the country and the culture will accept it, right? But here's the thing. There's a screening process. The family will, it's not that the family will have an issue with you dating their daughter, it's that they will screen you. You'll be thoroughly screened because it's not that they have a problem with foreign dudes dating their daughters and nieces or whatever. It's that it has to be in the context of marriage, of courting and marriage and so on and so on and so forth, right? Whereas it's a little bit different in other countries. For example, Japan. No. That's it. No. They don't care what your intention is. No. China, same shit. No. Philippines, how much money does he have? What is he contributing to the family? No, I'm not trying to talk bad about the Philippines. I love the Philippines too. Again, transparency, honesty, right? So the family's not screening you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it all love and all this other kind of stuff? It's like, listen, are you gonna marry and spend? Straight up. Because if you love her to death but you're broke, or you love her to death and you can't afford to provide past her, then it's like, nah, we'd rather hold out. We'd rather hold out for a foreigner that can take care of her and us too. It's the game. Like you said, maybe it's a political side effect, but it's the thing. So I say these things, I want guys to understand the differences in the countries that they're interested in going to, because they're all very different. And I don't want it to be the same repetitive options being offered. I want guys to understand the world is huge, and you have to first know yourself and what you want, what you're willing to compromise, what you're not willing to compromise, what you're really looking for. And you might not even know that. You might need to go out there and experience and see some other stuff and say, wow, that's amazing. I never even, that's an option. But know the different nuances, because every country and culture is a little bit different in different areas. So this is why I say that, right? For example, in Mexico, don't think that you're going to come and outperform the dudes. It's not that simple. It's not that easy. Yeah, in other countries, you can outperform the guys with looks. Some countries, you can outperform them with money. Sometimes you can outperform them with cool. So for example, you go to Japan, you're not outperforming them with money, right? And the women don't prioritize looks. So what are you outperforming them with? Cool. How cool is he? You do that? Wow, that's cool. I'm dead serious. That's what they prioritize in, say, Japan, Tokyo especially. How cool are you? Your style, sense of fashion, this type of shit. What are your hobbies and stuff like that? That's what they're looking at, not how much. Right, not how much money you have. Whereas like European countries, it's going to be how tall and how handsome you are, how attractive you are physically, right? So everywhere the women kind of are prioritizing something a little bit different. So the question is, what is Mexican women prioritizing if they were going to consider a foreigner? So you can't speak from your perspective, but your friends, because I know girls talk to girls. So when your friends are interested in a foreign guy, what is his advantage?
That's a hard one because I don't like foreign
No, not you.
guys.
I'm saying like your friends, when your friends talk about it.
Living in another country.
Oh, they want to leave?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
the guy,
The visa?
of course, the
They
guy.
want the visa?
No, but like living in another country is another.
Green card.
No, not like the green card, but like that's excitement and that's like new and that's
Wait, you're
opportunities
saying-
and that's the guy plus changing the weather. Like they like it. Well, not me, but I have heard.
He's asking about you.
No,
No,
me,
I
I don't
said-
like it.
no, I said specifically about her friends.
No, I said I don't like it.
Yeah, 'cause
like
the women-
I will never. It's something that I don't like, but I have heard.
You mean
And
you
I
don't like,
live-
you have no interest in going to another country? You can go with your husband.
No. Yes, of course, and I have, but not like marrying and to live.
Right.
It. I like it here.
Which is the point. We try to drive home to the women back home because they're like, they just want you for a green card. It's like, you have no idea what the experience
I have
is. Most of these
heard.
women
I
want to
have
stay
heard many.
in their
I
own
have-
country.
I have heard many.
heard.
I have heard.
Okay, let me put it to you like this. Things fall into boxes, right? So to assume, hey, these guys are going to countries, they're getting poor women that barely speak English and they just want a green card. That is a lot of assumption making. When in all actuality, the way that it plays out is the guys 90% of the time, well, maybe not 90, 75, 80% of the time, they're going to end up dealing with women that do speak English. Now, let's follow that back. Let's follow that thread. If she speaks English, why? Educated. Okay. Probably is not coming from the most desperate of situations. Okay, so there goes the whole, she just needs a green card and she barely speaks English. Stop it. It's not how it plays out, just logistically, because the guy has to be able to communicate with her to an extent. So, okay, she's already speaking English. She's probably coming from some type of education. She's not desperate. Now, if there's some patriotism or some pride for her country and her culture, guess what? She wants to stay in her country. She wants to travel and see other places, explore, but she doesn't want to move there. And if she did, she'd probably be gone already. Because as we've mentioned, she's educated and she speaks the language. Why would she still be here? It's not that hard to get a visa. If you're not at the very, very bottom of the status, it's not that hard to get a visa, right? You can make it a goal and do what you got to do, pay the money, whatever the fuck your government requires. You'll figure it out. Mexicans are another part of the world. Everyone is another part of the world. So all these countries that are supposedly so poor, where the guys are going for the desperate women, I've seen women from that country in the most expensive countries. I lived in Dubai. There were plenty of women from Mexico and the Philippines. I met your friend in Qatar. What the fuck? She's there because she's educated. She speaks the language. She's getting paid more money to live there. She would rather be back here in Mexico. Yeah. Right. So if she met a guy that was making great money, would she want the green card to go somewhere? She'd be convincing him to move to Mexico. Right. So that's why I think it's important to talk to you and get your take so you can speak from your perspective rather than have people somewhere else making assumptions about what the agenda is of women who are willing to date foreign guys. They're not all poor and they're not all
No. But I'm not saying they're like they're poor.
All right. Well, you mentioned some of your friends might be interested in living somewhere else.
Or that I have heard.
Yeah, you've heard. Okay, so for you, what do you think is the trump card? What's the advantage that foreign guys could have to take a Mexican woman, sweep her off her feet? What do they got to have?
Us or them or the foreign?
The
they
guys.
should be looking for.
How do they beat the Mexican guys? How do they get a Mexican girl?
Okay, I mean the foreign. How they?
Mm-hmm. That's a hard one.
Okay, let's try this. Would you agree or disagree that Latino men from other Spanish-speaking countries already have the advantage?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
It's easier to match with someone that shares
The same culture.
Not same culture, just same language.
Language, culture, ideals, goals.
I was just watching something that, like, just right now, like translating or track or.
Well, ask her why she broke up with the Canadian. Was it the lack
¿Por
of
qué
language?
cortaste con el canadiense? Era por el.
La distancia.
Too much translator?
Sí.
Too much translator?
There were a lot of messages and trying to translate and.
A long list.
My fingers are tired.
What they said, like, this is like something religious, but like when they translated the Bible, wasn't like
There were some gaps.
There were some gaps that they were not.
Yeah, that was intentional. That was mostly intentional.
Well, I mean, I was not trying to say that point, meaning like when you are talking with someone and even that you speak the
Things are
language,
lost in translation,
There's-
for sure.
there's like a very very gap that
It's just
you
not the
cannot
same
fulfill.
feeling.
Exactly, you don't
It's just
feel
not
the same.
You don't feel the same, and you have some like sayings and things that
The slangs.
The
and all
slangs.
that.
I've seen both,
Uh-huh.
though. I've seen both. I've seen people literally get married and they barely speak the same, like they don't speak the same language. Okay, I have a question for the married one and then the soon to be married. Right? Okay, so how long you been married?
3 years.
Okay. What is it that made you decide that you're going to marry this man and be together for the rest of your life? And what's the selling point?
Just easy to be with. Like it was just calm and peace, meant to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he managed everything, the emotions, the finances, stability, social, family.
No, I couldn't say perfect and just like a check on everything,
I said perfect.
but
I said he managed
but like
everything.
yeah, just easy to be with. Like you're not pushing it through. Like
if you had to explain why he chose to marry you, what is it that you provide? What is it that you brought to his life where he said, "I'm gonna marry this"?
a good teammate, in one word. That's what I think.
Team player.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You, because you're technically common law marriage. You've been living together more than a year, so it can be perceived as marriage, right? Okay, so what made you want to live with this guy and make this level of commitment?
I'm laughing because I was going to say something.
No, say it. No, say it. Say it. Go ahead.
He's just fun. He's fun.
Oh, yeah?
He's kind, yeah.
It makes me laugh.
The friends co-signed this guy.
That's a yes for me.
What are you saying there?
Yeah.
Guys, it's very important. Never neglect the friends, because from day one to the last day, from the first day to the last day, you gotta be on good terms with the friends.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about her answer, saying like it's easy to be. Sometimes it's not that easy. There are days that you hate it, but you are committed, and it's a compromise that you like, and you're working.
Okay.
I mean, it's something that you really desire to make it work
With him.
somehow, and you just figured it out how to solve the problem.
So it's worth working for, is what you're saying.
Exactly, worth working.
And it's you keeping the bigger picture in mind, irrespective of your feelings.
Yes, and
Interesting.
and he's fun.
And he's fun.
He is fun.
So wait a minute. It's starting to sound like if he wasn't as fun, you wouldn't have as much patience and compromise. Which is fair. I mean, it's fair enough, but it's what it sounds like.
I know, but he has some other things. I've been dating many men. Well, not that many.
But if you compare, yes,
Pause.
but if you compare, that's what we're talking about.
So you have,
if
you have a base
compare
of
just-
comparison.
Yeah,
Okay.
And that's
just
what it
different.
makes you feel. Like nowadays, I feel like even that having these struggles or these conflicts, or you are like in the like this hard moment where you're like thinking this is the end. There's something that says, why? I mean, come on.
It's just in the moment.
Is not the moment. It's just like your hormones or
Okay,
whatever.
I'm gonna reiterate this advice, guys, because it is so simple. It's so good, but it's so simple. So I'm gonna repeat it many times, motherfuckers. When you're dealing with women, what she just said is a perfect example. Whatever they say to you, that's emotionally charged, whether it's negative or positive. If it's charged with emotion, a little bit more emotion than normal, you have to put a prefix and a suffix on whatever she says. So if she says, I can't stand you right now, you put on there, I feel like I can't stand you right now. And that I feel in the beginning and that right now at the end will save you so much headache as a man. Because we are so literal. Our brains are designed to be so literal. When she says that she hates you, what we hear is that she actually fucking hates me. And then we try to reason and ration and we're like, hate me how? I've done so much. How do you hate me? I love you. What are you talking? You hate me. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And it's fleeting. Because what will happen is if she decides she wants to break up or if she says something like that, what will happen is a week later, she'll want to get back together. And you'll be like, what the fuck? You wanted to break up. And I got to move all my shit back? This is ridiculous. Because you're thinking this is what you said, what you wanted. But put the prefix and the suffix on it. I feel, meaning it's not real. It's only real to her in this moment, in her mind. ... right now, meaning this will come to pass. So a lot of the breaking up and the arguments and all these things can be avoided by simply you just not taking it that serious and letting it blow over. Give her space, let her yell, let her do whatever she has to do. Offer her a fucking cookie afterwards or whatever her favorite snack or treat is. Right, and I'm serious. Capitulate with her. Don't feel like you're the bitch, because this is what happened. Guys will feel like, no, why am I catering to her? I'm not the bitch. I'm not wrong. Wrong context. It's not wrong context. You're not wrong. You're not right. Whatever. But the thing is, you're seeing it as she's wrong because you're looking at it literally. She's seeing that she's right because she's looking at the value of her emotions. So to her, her emotions are 100% right, accurate. They're not flawed, right? So what you have to do is you have to accept that she feels this way right now. And then validate that feeling. So say, yeah, I understand that you feel that way. I see how you could feel that way. And I'm going to be sympathetic and considerate of your feelings because her feelings are her reality. Now, if you do the opposite and say, you're not making sense, you're wrong, you're fucking crazy, what she hears is, you don't love me. Every time, this is what she hears. You don't love me because you're not validating my feelings, therefore you don't love me. Don't take it personal because she'll do the same thing to her friends. If her friends tell her she's tripping, she's crazy, they don't commiserate or validate her feelings, she will also tell her friends, you don't love me, you're not my real friend. So anyhow, guys, I just want to let you know, that's a little special Pokemon card. You pull it out of your back pocket and use it. I guarantee it will fucking work. For that moment, go ahead and be her bitch. Be the submissive one. Say, yeah, okay, get it all out. I understand. I'm sorry that you feel that way. You're not agreeing to her madness. You're simply saying, I agree that you feel that way. And it's real to you. That's it. That's all you got to do, guys. And that's how you avoid argument with women. Ask her what, well, she's not thinking of, okay, all right. If she was to consider marriage, what is it that this guy would potentially do that would make her consider that?
¿Qué tendría que tener este hombre? O sea,
En general, todo. En primeras, me gustaría un hombre proveedor que me dé mucha estabilidad en todos sentidos.
Stability and provides her
Sí,
Fair enough.
sentimental, económico, etc.
in all aspects, like emotional.
Aspectos.
So the older guy always gets the younger girl. When we get to our 40s, we got plenty of that shit. Stability. I got stability all over here. I got stability here. I got some consistency right
I would
here.
say her that never comes.
Bueno, es que yo lo pienso así, o sea, creo que soy muy independiente y resuelvo mucho, entonces creo que quiero un hombre que resuelva el doble. ¿No?
She says that she's already independent, so she
And
wants
she
someone
fixes
else.
things.
She's a fixer, so
She
she wants
Right.
someone else that can fix
Okay.
even better than her.
See, look, guys, we could do it right now. She feels that she's independent right now. You see? Now you don't got to trip over how much that doesn't make any sense. She just said she wants a guy that's stable, take care of, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, she's independent. See what I mean? She feels she's independent. It's real to her. It's real to her.
Es que está diciendo que es como algo contradictorio, que dice que eres independiente, pero que también quieres un hombre que te provea la estabilidad y que resuelva, pero al mismo tiempo tú dices que eres independiente y que sabes resolver.
Bueno, es que yo trabajo,
Double.
estudio, hago muchas cosas, entonces
It's like
quiero
being
a
Harley
alguien
Quinn for
igual,
Halloween. It's
o
cute.
que haga el doble, ¿no?
She keeps
No
the
such
same
thing
answer.
there's no such thing as an independent woman. But it's an adorable notion, though. It's an idea.
¿Qué dijo?
Que es como
Que es-
un lindo ideal,
Pensamiento.
como que es tierno que quieras eso.
So look, we're gonna close out, right? Okay, now look, watch this. This is gonna get interesting. Normally, I ask the women from scale 1 to 10, where do you rate yourself? To the guys, what do you think guys rate you from 1 to 10? But she's married, huh? So now, honestly, where do you think your husband rates you on a scale from 1 to 10? Honestly, not how much he loves you, all this kind of stuff. From 1 to 10.
An 8.
Appearances.
An 8-9, I will say.
Okay. All right. Be some honesty there. Your soon-to-be husband, scale of 1 to 10. What do you think he rates you?
A 9.
Really?
Plain 9.
Plain 9.
Oh.
So you look better than 90% of women.
For him, at least.
Yeah?
Yes.
Suffix and prefix, guys. Suffix and prefix. All right. You.
Or maybe he said that at the time that he needed to say it.
I'm gonna
the correct
I'm
moment.
gonna ask him. Just when we leave here, I'm gonna call him and
You gonna ask him?
Yeah, I will.
Uh-oh.
He's fun, remember?
Don't get me in trouble. He's probably going to be honest. He'll probably tell you the truth. He's like, listen, you're a 7, but I love you.
I said,
You're a 7, but you're my 7, goddammit. Let me tell you something. Advice to guys, don't marry 9s and 10s. I'm telling you right now, don't do it. Drive you
Why?
crazy. Drive you crazy.
you think? And then if you're an 8, and then you're not that hard?
What do you mean?
Yes, you say don't marry 8, 9s, and 10s. And if you're an 8?
Okay, first of all, hold on. Listen, to covet someone else's wife is a sin. So if you have a 9 or a 10, you're walking around with a literal sin magnet, right? You are asking guys, okay, to go above and beyond to try to take your woman, or at least try to distract her from you. And there's guys that will break up a home and don't even marry the woman, don't even stay with her. They'll seduce her into cheating on her husband, disrespecting her husband, doing something. And you don't know the tolerance level of the husband. Husbands are different. Some husbands, you DM a motherfucker back, it's over. I don't care if you never met him in person or whatever. I read the message. You said, what? Get your shit, get the fuck out of my house.
Yes.
Seriously. So, and then that guy wasn't even that serious about her. So, I'm just saying, if you have the most expensive car, somebody always gonna be trying to steal your shit. So, I'm just saying, 9s and 10s is a lot of a headache, guys. Ask her from scale 1 to 10 where she thinks guys rate her.
Del 1 al 10, ¿en qué ranking crees que te pongan los hombres?
Looks only. Looks only.
O sea, cuando te ven, eres un...
9.
9.
Uh-oh. You see? This is why you don't want 9s and 10s, guys. It's a headache, bro. All right, does size matter? Don't lie to me.
I think so, yes.
Okay, great.
Yes. El tamaño
Importa.
Sí, claro.
All right, that's it. No more further questions, Your Honor. That's it. Court is adjourned.
Guilty.
Prosecution rests this case. All right. Guys, please like my shit. Well, you should be already subscribed to my shit. Share my stuff with somebody who could, benefit from it and so on and so forth. Get in the comments, make suggestions. If they're stupid, I'll ignore them. If they're good, I'll take them into consideration. All right? We're good?
Yeah, perfect.
Peace.
Shout out Authentic Alphas. Like and subscribe.
For the boys, leave a like and leave a comment on Authentic Alphas. Hit that bell.
Shout out Authentic Alphas. Real shit.
Have a great night. Happy New Year. We'll
Happy
see you
New Year,
later.
man.
Hey, be safe.
Hey, man, I love you guys, man. Live life, brothers.